Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and more Blood and Plunder coverage here for you as we work our way through the remaining French characters. Today we're going to take a look at a solid character here, Captain Darren, 25 pointer. He's a historic commander, can be for the French privateers or the, let's make sure we're not mispronouncing that there. Oh yeah, the last buccaneers. So what are we getting? We get 8-inch command range. We've seen that on a couple of characters in a row now. So, but we still get the 2 command points, and here we're back to that brace of pistols and standard melee weapon, so that's cool. And for a 25-pointer, we are getting 4 abilities, and a couple that we haven't really seen much of before. And so overall, it's going to be a good combination of things, and in some cases, a little bit more geared towards being a naval commander. But there are times where we might have to play on land and stuff. So let's see if he just is a good all-rounder or if he's kind of just more of a one-trick pony here. So taking a look at these, lead by example, we've seen a few of those before. If the unit that includes him causes an opposing unit to be removed from the game, either as casualties or routing, all units in the force may remove a point of fatigue, which again is fantastic ability. We've talked about it in several other videos for the commanders that have had this, but again, when we can time things right and ideally keep the commander's unit up and running as long as possible with as many bodies so we can put out damage, right? And then again, time things hopefully correctly with our activation orders and all that stuff, putting fire on or fighting in a unit that is maybe already pretty beat up so that we can either cause routes or outright just kill the other units, right, is going to give us that nice blanket effect of removing fatigue. It's not hampered by command ranges or anything like that. So that is just great. And it's again, so anything we can do in Blood and Plunder that gives us economy of actions is great. So when we get like free actions to do like a move or this or that, or in this case, free fatigue removal is always great because that will then keep our force in the fight longer, keep them being more effective, right? More actions. We're not, if let's say we had like 2 fatigue on a unit and they're going to be already down in action for the turn, getting that fatigue removed is crucial just to give them more actions. Maybe you can take units that are shaken and unshake them, right? So it can really be a great effect. And if we can trigger this multiple times throughout the battle, that is just fantastic. And then we can like save our command points for other things aside from like doling out rally orders, perhaps also preventing fortune from being used for things that really we could find better uses for. So all in all, lead by example is one of the top and probably my favorite abilities. But let's move on to other things here. We get Buccaneer Tactics. So we haven't seen that before, if I'm not mistaken. But basically all units in the force with muskets gain marksman and fast reload special rules. So that is pretty badass there. Again, we've talked about it at length and kind of as above, not just economy of actions, but anytime we can in this game get free special rules, if not just for the one unit, but like across the whole force for free, and we're not paying any other penalties or having to like swap weapons or downgrade or anything like that, is just fantastic. So we're not going to cover the army lists as part of this as well. We've done a whole separate video series on every last like army list, or almost all of them out there. But again, just think about that for what the forces are that you have available to you, or the units you have available to you. Some units, of course, will come with marksman, maybe even fast reload, but here you're just getting it blanket across the force, right? So that can also really transform how certain units can play, right? If they just don't have either of these abilities, now suddenly they're getting that. So it really forces like a rethinking of strategies and tactics that you can employ when you can kind of blanket get certain abilities in this. And a lot of the forces also have like unit swaps, weapon swaps, all kinds of other stuff too. So there's just a lot of nice little variables that you can factor in and really come up with some creative strategies. And I'm sure there's a ton that really haven't even been touched yet, or I should let me reword it. We probably really just haven't exhausted all the possibilities and combos that are out there. For all the like characters and units and combinations out there. So there's just so much stuff in Blood and Plunder, which is great, keeps the game fresh too. Moving on though, we could keep talking about that forever, but Deadeye is an interesting one. So this unit may spend an additional action when attempting a shoot test with any musket or carbine, as long as the shoot test is not taken as a dedicated action. So although this is kind of like, seems like it's like a pseudo-dedicated action, but anyway, if it does so, the target unit applies a +1 penalty to its shoot saves. Against that attack, a player must declare this before rolling the shoot test. So pretty cool here. Essentially, like we're aiming right to like hopefully cause more damage. Essentially, is how we would interpret that. But yeah, causing them to have worse saves, of course, is going to come back into play with causing more casualties, right? And if we can get that to, combo with lead by example, right, where we're pushing that much more damage through in the situations, right, we got to obviously have the extra action to spend ourselves. So there is a prereq for that. So keep that in mind. But it is a nice ability to then really start triggering lead by example. So great way to, take maybe like your forces, you've just been getting beat up for part of the game. This is a great way to like just instantly turn things around. You get a great round of shooting off, cause a whole bunch of casualties, wipe out that enemy unit, rout them, whatever. Boom, lead by example kicks in, heal some damage essentially via fatigue, or removing the fatigue with lead by example, and boom, all kinds of good stuff happening, right? And then last but not least, this one's another chunky paragraph here. Sailing Master, obviously going to apply to when you're on a ship. Once per turn, a unit that includes this model may take a free action to attempt an advanced maneuver that will temporarily increase or decrease the ship's speed. If successful, the ship may increase or decrease by 1 the next time it moves only, and this could allow you to exceed the top speed. But if you do that, you take a lucky hit applied to the rigging as a result. So, risk and reward on this one. A ship may only benefit from this once per turn. So, great little bit at the end there just for being able to more effectively use your ships in the right situation as far as getting that little bit of movement or slowing down a little bit. And again, just little maneuver tricks here. But certainly the first 3 abilities are fantastic. So whether you're playing on the water or on land, this guy definitely then will have a lot to offer. So fantastic stuff here. Definitely might try him out in a game here soon. Then let us know, guys, if you played with Captain Daniel, whether it's on the French Privateers or Last Buccaneers list, how that's gone for you, or if you played against him and sort of felt the wrath of some of these abilities here. Let us know. Hit us up in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll have more Blood and Plunder for you soon. Thank you for watching.